Which vault would you choose to live in? Now that's a bit of a tricky question, as despite being built to help safeguard the future of humanity from atomic war, these massive underground complexes served a hidden second purpose, being used by the Vault-Tec Corporation and some of the biggest companies and organizations of the pre-war world to conduct a series of experiments on the inhabitants that ranged from the weird to the, well, downright terrifying. Even the vaults with experiments that don't at first sound too grisly tend to meet a rather brutal and abrupt ending. But there are some vaults out there that either by design or by chance aren't a nightmarish vision of what happens when science crosses the line. Little societies where you could safely and comfortably hold up away from all that unpleasantness in the wasteland. For example, if you were to have made your home in Vault 21, you'd have really lucked out. Located in what was once Las Vegas, Vault 21 was a social experiment where all conflicts and decisions were resolved through games of chance. And it actually worked out pretty well for this vault, well, until local industrialist Mr. House integrated it into his New Vegas strip, filling much of the vault with concrete. Now if you want to take up residence in this vault-turned-hotel, you'll have to fork out 40 caps a night for a room. Vault 33 on the other hand would provide you with a life of comfort and purpose, training you up to resettle the wasteland on Reclamation Day. You will however likely never be allowed to actually visit the surface, as unbeknownst to the vault dwellers of 33, residents here are little more than prized breeding stock, encouraged to mate with the cryogenically frozen Vault-Tec employees of Vault 31. All part of a grand plan to create a race of new super managers to rule the wastes. So yeah, slightly seedy. Now Vault 81 is an entry that would shock any Vault-Tec executives with its inclusion on this list, as this facility in the Boston Commonwealth was originally designed to pump various nasty infectious diseases into the vault, allowing scientists to study the effects on the vault dwellers. But luckily for these residents, and you if you were to call this place home, the vault's initial overseer had something that was decidedly lacking in the overseers of other vaults: a conscience. One that led them to trap the Vault-Tec scientists and allow the residents to live their life in peace, even opening up the vault to the outside world in the year 2277. Perhaps the best choice for your new vault home, however, is a control vault. These specially designed facilities were created to function just as Vault-Tec advertised, with enough supplies, power, and no experiment to be conducted on the residents. But this wasn't done out of the goodness of Vault-Tec's heart, no. It was done to provide a neutral set of results for the corporation's scientists to compare against those of the experiment vaults. Nevertheless, why should you care? If you were to reside in one of these facilities like Vault 76, you'd find yourself in one of the safest and most comfortable environments around. As a control facility, Vault 76 was designed purely for survival, without any hidden experiments, and it opened just 20 years after the nuclear apocalypse, with the goal of repopulating and rebuilding Appalachia. What's more, everything inside was geared towards survival, not just surviving the apocalypse but preparing you to thrive in its aftermath. With top-notch facilities and ample resources, life in Vault 76 was as comfortable as post-apocalyptic life could be. Upon the vault's opening, you'd step out into the wasteland with a real chance to help shape a new future, making Vault 76 not just a safe haven, but a springboard for new beginnings. But it's not at the top of our post-apocalyptic real estate list. That position falls to Vault 8, better known as Vault City. This control facility opened up 14 years after the Great War, and it used the vault's power reactor and terraforming Garden of Eden creation kit to create a lush and thriving settlement out on the west coast. Now the residents might be a bit snobbish and look down on outsiders, but the vault's cutting-edge medical technology, security teams, and beautifully terraformed environment make this vault a magical oasis amongst the hellish landscapes of the wasteland. So, which vault would you choose to live in? Let us know down in the comments, and if you're looking to armor up for a trip into the wastes, why not check out our breakdown of the various models of power armor here. Thanks for joining us, catch you next time.